once again. I'm Sean Adam, your host, and this is WROX Live News. We report the rocks. Here we have some rocks. They came from up there. In this area of the mine, which is upper level, rock and roll, we're getting into some crystals. Just before I turned on the camera, I popped this vug. Here at the bottom of what we're working on. There will be more, but this is the one that we have now. We haven't started on this yet. I don't know if there's anything in it. There may be something in it. There may not be something in it. We have some very important things to do upon arrival at the mine. So we're going to get to that first. Here are our tools. We have a stick, and we have this thing. We also have this annealed copper. If you're ever going to be a true wrecking crew miner, you better have some annealed copper in your pocket when you show up, or you're getting kicked out of here. Pro tip. Okay, before we start doing anything at this mine, we have to get safe. Just before I turned on this camera, this vug made an appearance. I don't know what's in there. Probably some dirt, maybe a rock. When we get to halfway to safe, we're going to start messing around in there and find out. It's a very inviting little vug. Might open up. My theory is that within this area that we're working on, this giant boulder that we're taking out, from right about the top of the screen right now, down, is just filled with vugs. And there may be a pocket behind it, because I've actually cut out an entire Eisenhower highway system behind the back of this rock. Now I have some wedges in the top of this rock, and it's pretty close to just coming right off right there. The rest of this rock is just gonna leave. All that rock up there and everything behind it left 2 days ago. Next we're gonna get this one, then we're gonna get this piece, then we're down to our vugs. Vugs start here. I've sheared this rock off here and broken a bunch of stuff away from here so that it falls that way. I want it over there. I don't want it over here. It might come over here anyway, I don't know, but I've done some things to try to prevent that and get it over there somewhere. That whole piece up there, I want it over there somewhere. But we're going to be working down here on the base because we knocked out a little tiny bug when we took out just a little bit of the floor here. This part I knocked off that corner and popped that. So here we are, and actually now that I get into a different angle, maybe a better angle, I can see that there is a crystal in there. So give me a moment. I'm going to try to zoom this out. We're going to get it in the right place at the right time. We're really going to get in there. Look, you can see the crystal now. Now I can see it. Okay, so we do have a crystal. That vug popped and I went and got a phone. Let's see. One crystal? Two, maybe? Two crystals, maybe? I definitely see one. Okay, we're getting safe. We gotta be safe. Who's here? Say hello. We're about to pull a crystal. Let's see, we've been in this video for 6 minutes already. We're about a little bit towards safe, but not completely safe. So, I feel safe enough to stick a stick in there. A little bit. Oh yeah. There is a crystal in there. Now I can see it. We may have to do a little bit more work to be able to get this one out, because it might be just a little bit bigger than this opening. I think it is. Wow. That's good. It's good when your opening is too small for your crystal. This is why I have to make sure that I am safe. I don't want to take too much of the insulation away from it, just in case I think I am just going to tap it out a little bit. Go play. Go on, Luna. Go on. Okay. Here we are. We got a stick. Taking my time a little bit. Checking it out. Just got here. We've been here for just about 10 minutes live. So I want to get this kind of away from this front wall. Pack some of that stuff back in there a little bit. Just little taps. A little bit more. I want to be careful though, because there could be more crystals in here. just on the other side of this lip. This front wall, you never know. And I'm pushing it away, not in towards. Let's see about it. Sorry about the banging. Gotta bang it. Left that insulation in there. All that silty stuff. We're pretty close to safe now, you know. I mean, it's a pretty safe situation. Let me just take off one glove for one to start. Okay, now I think that's good. I think we did a good job. I think that should do it. First crystal of the day. Okay, let's put some perspective on this. Who's here? Anybody saying anything? Nobody's saying anything. Who? Who are you? Good morning, world. You guys still sleepy or something? Okay, here's where we're at. We're at Rock and Roll Mine in Herkimer County in a boulder that we're trying to get all the stuff way up there off of, because down here on the ground we got some crystal barren layer and potential pocket layer. Let's see what's going on with this crystal. This might be a pretty good sized crystal. Snug in there. I'm wary of taking all this out, but I think it's going to fit out. So hopefully I don't have to stuff all this stuff back in there and bang on it more. I don't want to do that after I take this stuff out. Then you want to just pull it out. Okay. This is fortunate because a lot of times in these lives it takes a while. It takes quite a while to get to some crystals. Sometimes. But today, we're starting out. This kind of opens up behind this crystal. This might just be the first one. I think it is. I see another one back there. So sometimes the ones at the door are the biggest ones, and sometimes they're the smallest ones. You never know. Anything can happen. It's so random. It is so random, guys. And dusty. Excuse me. All right. I'm gonna move the camera just a little bit. Let's see. Okay, there's a crystal in there that we're trying to get out, but I'm just trying to move this camera so it's not in my way. And then you also have a good view. It's hard to achieve both at the same time. All right, so I opened up this just before I turned on this camera. And then I was like, wow, I should really go get my camera. And so we have not seen this crystal. We're pulling this crystal out here together. There's maybe enough room, just enough room to get it out of there. Hopefully, maybe. It might be a little bit chunky. See if we can nudge, nudge, nudge. Nudge it right out. Okay. The tool that I'm using is copper. It's annealed. So I threw it in a fire, and now it's soft. I can bend it around. So kind of bend a little thing like this, and then you can get up there behind it, and it'll do a thing where you turn it and it'll pop out. So in an effort for there to be less broken crystals in the universe, I've decided to tell people some of my tricks for the crystals' sake. Annealed copper is really not going to break a Herkimer diamond. You could compromise an already existing fracture, in which case that crystal was going to break anyway. It already broke a long time ago. Let's see. She might be a little thick on the one side. We might have to push her back in there. Take out this little piece. Or maybe this whole little front area. A little bit. I don't want to get too crazy on it. Just a little bit crazy. Like maybe that crazy. A little bit more. There we go. Maybe. I don't know. Let's test on it. Let's check it out. Crystal seems fine. It's my primary concern. Is the crystal fine? I think the crystal's fine. All right. You can bang around crystals. You just gotta do it gently. We're gonna try to go under and air lift it out just a little bit. Oh, she might still just be a little, her hips. It's her hips. But it's okay, we love her. We love her and her hips. We're gonna try to just help her through the door a little bit. Nope, not quite yet. We're gonna have to just say, whoa, Nelly. Push her back in there. Got one more little bit. The tiniest bit. So we're just gonna very lightly tap, tap, tap. Nothing crazy. The lightest taps of the day. Go ahead and make fun of it. I don't care. I saw a video, Sean was tapping so light, it was like little tappy taps. Yeah, that's right, bitch. You're gonna watch me pull out this crystal too. Haters. I know haters are on this channel sometimes. I hope they watch this one. Little tappy taps. Go ahead. Make fun of them. See? There we go. There we go. I think that did it. That's gonna help our cause. All right. It looks like a nice garage door cave Flintstone house thing. I think we've done good. Let's really get in there. The view inside the vug. Tales from the vug. Okay, let's pull this together. We found it together. I'm wondering if that little back part right just back there is going to give me a problem. It might. Look how much space we have in this. Let's try to, oh, maybe not. Okay, good. But, you know, just to be really certain, we're just going to smooth out that door and the floor just a little bit, sculpturally. And then smack it one good time, just to let it know. So there we have it. That's nice. That's a nice grand entryway into the world. Okay, I think we're ready. I'm sensing that we might have enough room to kind of put it straight. So it's sideways now. Let's say it's sideways-ish now. We're gonna try to straighten it out so that faces a little bit more straight on out the door. And then just nudge it a little bit, right out. Get up under it, pick it up with the copper, just nudge. Some people might say, wow, that's taking a long time. Maybe it is. makes things valuable. The thought process you put into it. Okay, this is extraction. Garage door style extraction with a copper annealed magic wand stick thing. Okay, it landed here. I didn't mean for it to fly out. I wanted to gently present it on the landing. But from here to my trained, untrained eye, it looks like a scepter with a big fat top on it and a little skinny scepter thing going on down towards the right. So we're gonna zoom in as far as we can go to its dirty state. Show, what does this look like? Okay, now we'll get back to regular size stuff now. Okay, so that's how big the hole is. This is the crystal we just pulled out of it. I'm gonna pull it right from its resting place right to the camera. This is the first time it's ever seen the light of day, ever. And they say 350 million years, but this absolutely is. It absolutely is the Is the sound working now? Is the sound working now? Can someone confirm yes or no on the sound? Okay, thank you. I think this is the first scepter that we have located here at Rock and Roll Mine. Doing some swipes. I uncovered this vug just this morning. I walked up here to get some things ready for this broadcast, and I looked down and I saw this vug. It's behind me. that I had knocked out the corner yesterday, and from where I was standing, I couldn't see this very small vug. But when I was walking up the mountain, I was at this level, and I saw this vug. And so I said, well, I'll go get my camera, and that'll be the first thing that I'll do, is I'll look at that vug and see what's happening with that vug. So this is a scepter, and it's the first rock and roll scepter, and of course it is a Anthraxolite filled crazy time clear on the top rock and roll scepter. Of course it is. I'm just absolutely blown away right now. I know it, I am not freaking out and screaming, oh my God. But inside of my soul, I am screaming. It's got growth pattern lines on the top of the crystal, but not so much on this bottom bit. And it has kind of a clear black included crazy phantom cluster happening all around inside. This thing is nuts. Wow. Okay, so rock and roll scepter, there you have it. That's what it looks like. I've never seen one before right now with you guys. Here we are at rock and roll. That's a phantom, carbon, phantom, crazy, insane thing. It's like, which way does it go? I don't know. It goes all the ways. Jess, you have arrived. Hello. We just found this. It's got a touch mark on the tip. It's got a touch mark there. It's got a touch mark here. And it's got a touch mark there. So it was sitting in there like this. This is one sexy ass crystal. Okay. All this is going to be like little crystals up in there. That's going to be a little rider. So, rock and roll scepter. Phantom included. Anthraxolite carbon rock and roll scepter. Numero uno. Sprechen Sie Deutsch. Motherfuckers. That's me being excited. I just lost control. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, Christians talk about speaking in tongues. I like that concept. This came out of there. Let's go check it out. Maybe there's more stuff in there. I'm not going to be disappointed if there's not. We're going to set this thing, whatever it is. I don't really know what it is. We say it's a crystal. It could be some ancient memory device. I really don't know. Looks like sexy geology pornography to me. Know what I'm saying? Sexy. We're gonna put it right here. Zoom this out a little bit so we can see all of the things. That's kind of like where it landed when it came out, but it's not totally where it landed. I hope we have some different crazy, weird, cool crystals in here. And there's one. That's a twin. Little cool twin, where they're twinned sideways and one shoots off in a crazy direction. And I know you're saying that's a thing that's covered in dirt. What are you talking about, Sean? There's no way that you can possibly know that. You just pulled it out of the earth. Look, we're gonna do the reveal. Okay? Also, weird, clustery, phantom-y included, phallic, sexy. This is John Holmes' pocket or something, man. This is like, these crystals are sexy. Phallic weirdos. Okay, here we go. Let's find more. Here's a tiny little thing. Do you know that rock and roll is the only place on the internet where you can come and consistently find Herkimer diamonds every single day at the same time, at the same place, same bat time, same bat channel? You know what? You know who's on their way here with a baby bat? Jake Tubbs. He's on his way here now. He just called me and he said, "Wrecking crew for life." And I said, "Yo, I'm gonna find a scepter today, maybe, hopefully." And he said, "I hope you do." And I said, "Thank you." That means a lot. And then I found this. Last time Jake Tubbs was here, he found a gigantic crystal on his birthday. Wrecking crew. That's how we do it. Wrecking crew. Okay. We are gonna get into this. I gotta make this copper thing really long so I can sneak past the camera. Hopefully, this is pretty deep and it's a pocket, not a vug. Okay guys, give me 10 seconds. No, give me 1 minute. I have to go and plug in the electrical cord. I'm gonna set this right here. I'm gonna set that right there so we can measure how sceptery it is by how much it hangs off of the ledge. In case anybody's like, "Oh, I don't know, that might not be a scepter." Let's just stick that there, okay? That way we know size matters, okay? Size matters. When it comes to scepters. That thing got a big head though, you know what I'm saying? They got a big fat head. I'll be right back. I gotta plug in the cord, and then once I plug in that cord, boom, we got power. I mowed the lawn, so I didn't want to run over it. So then we'd never have power again. I'd have to buy 312 more extension cords. Okay, we have power. I like to be powerful. I like to be powerful. Okay, here, now they're plugging up the entranceway. All right, so that was the, what do you guys think? Scepter, right? Can I get some opinions? Thank you, Beaver Duck, for letting me know that the sound wasn't working, and I'll tell you what happens sometimes. On the tripod that I use, it squeezes the camera, and sometimes when I pick the camera up and adjust the camera, it squeezes the volume down button, and it's just continually squeezing that button, and so it just, I don't know, it makes it so there's no sound. I don't know if it turns it down. I don't know if my phone sound has any control over the YouTube live sound. I can't say. I don't know. I do know that these are crazy, weird, cool crystals, though, that are popping out of this damn thing here. So this is the reason why I wanted to get under this boulder, find this pocket, because, I mean, this isn't maybe the pocket, who knows? We don't know yet. This could very well just be a vug. There is probably a pocket behind it, though. And I know I say that all the time, but when have I been wrong? Review all of them, all of the videos, every one of them, and you come back and you count how many times I was right and how many times I was wrong. Every video, hate to say it, I hate to sound like this. Every video, I say there's gonna be crystals at rock and roll. And guess what? Every video, there's crystals. So that means every video, we have, what, 150 videos now. I say in every video, there's gonna be crystals at rock and roll. In every video, I've been right. Every video I've also said that I'm going to have a safety meeting, and sometimes I've had 3 in a row. Oh, this might be a nice crystal. It also might just be part of the wall, but it's kind of shaped crystally. Oh, hi, Chris. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, that was just dirt. Wow, that looked like a crystal. Thank you for hanging out. The Philippines, wow. What a beautiful place. I've only seen photographs, but wow, that place is cool. So much cool stuff there. Oh, I see some little ones coming out in the back. See some little ones popping in the back. I think this is just a piece of the wall, maybe? Piece of the wall, yep. And I'm saving all this dirt, you know. We save all the dirt. Sorry, I had to replug back in the phone because maybe it's not charging. Okay, now it is absolutely definitely charging. I just checked. So there are some tiny little things in here, some smalls. And there's one. There is one. Oh, that's another one of those twins. That's another twin. Little cluster twin. Star pattern. It's got the 2 that shoot off that way. Then it's got this one here. So it's got kind of a star pattern. That's a really nice one. Okay, so that's 1, 4 so far. And this is one. It's tiny. Nope, it's a rock. It had the shape of one. Okay, we're gonna pull more with this. There's one. It's coming out now. That one's got kind of like a rider on the front. Kind of leads up to the top. This is an interesting vug. Interesting shapes. Growth patterns. They all seem to like want to be little clustery pointers. They're pointing at stuff. Cool. This is kind of a big void in here. I might be able to just pull this off, but I want to get all these crystals off this back wall first, as much as I can, so I'm not banging on that. But, and oftentimes they're up under these lips. There's one. So, I don't want to explode any of these by hitting it and having them be on that front wall or under the lip of the front wall. It's better to mess around in there with this. Get them off there and then bang it. Lick it and then you stick it. I don't know if you know that rule. This is a pretty sexy pocket though, so I threw that one out there. That's a Wrecking Crew rule. It's in the rule book. If you'd like a copy of the Wrecking Crew rule book, you can email us at wreckingcrewrulebook at rockandrollmine.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Radio Free America. WROX is a daily broadcast of Radio Free America, broadcasting live from Herkimer County. We report the rocks. Stick a stick in it. I just threw a little baby crystal out. I saw it. Did you see it? It's right here. Stick a stick in it. So we got a pile of crystals going on. I don't have the crystal tube out here with me right now because we're just getting crazy, okay? We don't have time for the crystal tube right now because we're just getting crazy, okay? We're just pulling. We're pulling them. They're not huge, but it's only the beginning of the pocket. We pulled a Scepter. That's a first for rock and roll history. That's half, carbon included, half Gemmy clear. That is a nice one. It's like salt and pepper, half and half. Okay. This is a sexy pocket, people. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad that you've invited me into your office, if you're at work, I commend you for taking time for yourself to do the things that you want to do so that you can get back to work, be productive as possible, because you'll be happier. If what you want to be doing is checking out crystals on YouTube, take a break. Yep, this one's half and half too. Half carbon included, half gemmy clear. It's got like a spot of carbon in it. There are a bunch of really little tiny ones in all of this on the floor right there. So I'm gonna go through that separately than the rest. I'm gonna go through it all before I cast it away. But I'm gonna rough this around in here a little bit, kind of pull it out. You know, rough it around and then pull out. There's one. It's tiny. I don't know where it went. That's the thing about the tiny ones. They can get catapulted with your stick to a faraway unknown land, or you can squish them back down into the tiniest of sands in the bottom of the pocket with the stick. And that's when you get your copper back out. And you mess it around in there a little bit more. I think this is one. Oh, I just flung it out. See, you can fling them. I don't know if fling is flung, fling, flung. Yeah, fling is the right word. Yeah, it's a sexy pocket, so it can have a fling. Dropped it. Soon I'll be famous for that. But you know what? In dropping it, I found this other tiny little thing. So we're just dropping all the things over there. And we're keeping this stuff over here in a little pile. Taking the bigger rocks out as we go. By big, I mean like this big. Okay. That's what I'm doing. This is all just narration. This isn't a how-to video. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. All I did was broke a hole in a rock and some stuff is coming out of it. But here we are together. It's more fun with you guys here. Okay, so they are still popping. They are still popping. We got them coming out of the floor. They're small. These that are coming out of this little, there's like a little area in the floor that they're just popping out of. And they all seem to be these little half and halves. That one just has a dot of it right in the middle. I don't know how many we're up to. Quite a few smalls. Obviously, the main takeaway is the Scepter, which, again, first true Scepter found at Rock and Roll was pulled in this video, just about 55 minutes and 20 seconds ago, and my heart is still racing. It's a huge find for me and for you guys, because we found it together. If you're just tuning in, we have a crystal giveaway that we're doing now. We will not be giving away that Scepter, just in case you're wondering. But we have beautiful crystals that we are giving away, and we're giving away a crystal every 1,000 subscribers. giving away a crystal. I want to give away a lot of crystals, you know, like I find a lot of crystals and the people come and they hang out and sometimes they find crystals with me, and so I want to give. And anybody who's subscribed, you can enter every contest, everyone, not just the one that brand new, like, oh, we have 1,000 subscribers. Like everybody, all of our subscribers can enter every time we get another 1,000 subscribers. So if you subscribed in the beginning and you start out at contest number 1 and we get 1,000 subscribers, which this is contest number 1, right? First time we've done it. You know, imagine by contest number 10, like this is really a pocket. There's a lot of void and space in here. There's got to be a lot of crystals in here. Or maybe there's not, I don't know. But there's definitely like a lot of space for them. Okay, we're gonna figure it out together. We're gonna try to use a science method. How far does this little hole go? You know, with subscribing to rock and roll, you get weird information, you know, weird information and tricks. Maybe you don't want to be a miner, but maybe you just wonder how in the hell did that guy do that? Okay, this is some copper. It's very long. It just comes out of an extension cord. I threw it in a fire. Okay, so we're gonna stick it in here, right? We're gonna see how much we can stick in there. See how far back it goes. Maybe one area might end and we might have to mess it around and figure out how to get to the next area. So that way we go, let's go to the outside of the rock because we broke that. But let's go, oh, I hear a crystal in there. I just heard it. I don't know if you heard that noise, but that was the sound of a crystal coming off of a shelf level and hitting the floor. That makes a very specific sound, and it sounded big. So with that in mind, we're going to stop talking about how deep this pocket is, and we're going to start talking about how big this crystal might be, because it made a noise. It made a significant noise. And it made the noise that only a crystal makes. A rock doesn't make that noise because it's not made out of silica. Doesn't sound the same. Sound like a piece of glass, chunky, fat glass hitting the rock. That's what it sounds like. It's a different sound than the rock hitting the rock. But I might not be able to get it out of here right now. It may have hit. This thing, I think, has levels to it. And I think we can get into it pretty easy, considering how difficult it can be. This is not going to be the most difficult one. And already, all the difficult things already happened, is what I'm saying. Okay, here's the crystals that we have found so far. Little pile of crystals. And this scepter. What the fuck? It's a scepter with... Oh boy. It's a scepter with a phantom carbon thingamabob in there. And then all of its friends and family. They're on a friends and family plan. They share data. I know that they share data because they all have the same inclusion. So they love each other. See? This thing is insane. It's not even, the camera, it's just not even showing it right, I don't think. It's got a dolomite inclusion. Oh my God, I just noticed that. Whoa! The fuck? Look at that beautiful dolomite crystal stuck in the middle of that window. Wow. That's crazy. We're gonna zoom right on in. Here we go. Dolomite crystal, I love you. You are my favorite thing today. You're so pretty deep down inside of that crystal. Gonna look at you all day. Okay, listen, when you find a scepter with a carbon phantom and a dolomite crystal, by law, you're required to write it a country song. What the heck? Who let that dolomite crystal get in there by itself? It doesn't even have any friends. Wow, what a loner. Man, I'm jealous of that dolomite crystal. It's in such a beautiful setting all by itself. Maybe there's another one. Maybe I'm wrong. Wow. Let's see. Yeah, we got dolomite inclusions in this. There's one there. This one is fantastic though. That's crazy. I think that's the nicest I've seen ever. It's a perfect dolomite crystal in there, just floating. It's all dimensional, it has cool shapes and stuff. Wow. There's a record keeper with a record keeper stuck to it. There's a record keeper twin. I've never seen that before. And there is a negative crystal on the outside of the crystal. And there's a touch mark from the rock. And there's some growth patterns from molecular stacking. And there is a cluster of negative crystals on the outside of the crystal. Or maybe a touch mark, I can't tell. You can probably tell better than me. That's a touch mark. Maybe that's a touch mark. That's a touch mark. I think everything up here is touch marks. That might be like a little bit of a key mark. There's a dolomite inclusion at the base of the scepter. Or maybe that's sand. I don't know. Let me look. Let me make sure. Well, guys, I think that record keeper twin is the first time I've ever seen that on a crystal in Herkimer County. A record keeper twin. It's got like it's like a record keeper with like a record keeper rider kind of thing going on. I don't know what any of this stuff is called. What is that? What is this thing? Leave me a comment, let me know. I gotta take a break. I think my heart's gonna explode. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Bye. I'll be back.